Hey everybody, welcome back. For those of you who are new to this save, and I think there's probably a couple of you out there, we're playing through the World Super League add-on by Darth Fury, and you can find that over on FM Scout. We have this combined with an add-on that adds a whole bunch of legendary players to teams. And we've been doing a lot of shopping around, so we're playing as Manchester United, which of course gives us quite a bit of money. And we have a lot of legends out here, including a very young Lionel Messi, who we just signed. So we'll see what happens. He's out there with Pele. I think we have Maradona out there as well, if I remember right. And this was Ronnie Edwards, who is another new signing of us in the back, who was flagged for that. And let's take a quick look. I'm sorry, no, it's Dennis Law who's up there with Pele and Messi. So here's Pele. I wouldn't expect too much from Messi since he just came on the team, and I'm throwing him out there right away. Best over to Messi, and there he is. And man, look at that. And he should have been called for the foul, but wasn't. This is the first of two legs that we have here against Juventus in the Champions League, which does exist in this world as well. And we want to win it. We need money because I kind of put the club in debt. We have about 900 million euros in debt, which is a very small sort of footnote here. We are able to pay the salaries, at least so far, but we're going to need to sell a bunch of players to make it work. How is that not out? That was George Best there who was trying to defend, and it ends up forward to Vlahovic, and he has scored just like that, and we're down 1-0 at home, and I would argue that was against the run of play. How is this not out? How is this not out for a throw? Look at how far out that ball is, and they don't call it, and then Best almost wins that, and he just doesn't, and then the game starts glitching out graphically, and we've given up a goal. We're down 1-0, and this is a problem. I've been trying to do the best that I can to get this team into a winner, and one of the reasons why we need to do that is because Pele costs a lot of money. Figueroa now with his ball in the back over to Pogba, to Edwards, over to Messi, looking for Pele, and that's what happens when you don't have a lot of good team cohesion, and that's one of the things we've been struggling with. Of course, you don't have good team cohesion when you keep selling players and spending money on superstars, and there's Vlahovic, who should have scored a second. So 1-0 still for Juventus, and we're in some trouble. We need to get something going here, and all right, well, Duncan Edwards looks professional. That means we're going to be okay. Best throws over to Messi. He looks really, really good here, and he passes it back to Figueroa. Figueroa can't get to it, but he blocks it and then gets to it anyway, over to Pogba, to Edwards, who tries a shot from the middle of nowhere, and that's out for a corner. I'm trying to remember if I actually set up the corners correctly or not, so you'll see. We're going far post here. Let's see what happens. It's not even close to Edwards. Trésor wins it over to Law, to Pogba. Figueroa. Pogba, by the way, also 18 years old in this world, and Edwards was obstructed, but it looks like there was no free kick. Alberto throws in to Pele. Back to Trésor, over to Pogba. Pogba up to Law, and I mean, Dennis Law has not even turned the right way. Doesn't see it coming, and it's off his back foot. We've had some problems with Pogba trying passes like that in the past, and they have the ability to punish us. The problem that you get when you play with a bunch of legendary players is that other teams have them too, and that should have been another goal for Juventus. We were very fortunate that that one didn't go in. That is very frightening and makes me think that our players might need to be shouted at, and that's exactly what we're going to do here in a second. So we're 20 minutes in, we're down 1-0, and we need to get something going. Now remember, this is only the first leg, but this is our home leg. Of course, our players are quite professional in this world, which means that they like the feedback. This is not like playing over in Taiwan on the other save where we try to be nice to the players because they're not very good. Lev Yashin over to Trésor, over to Carlos Alberto, then to Pogba, to Law, back to Trésor. And he almost gives up possession. Oh, Pogba to Trésor, now to Edwards, to the other Edwards. Ronnie over to Duncan. Figueroa now over to Best. And there's Messi. Excellent job by Messi over to Carlos Alberto. So it will be Alberto up to Best again, and he takes the shot, and that one's just a whisker over the top bar. And that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because that should have been a goal. There's Vlahovic again after getting the first goal of the game. And this ends up being another shot that's up and over, but that's going to be a corner for Juventus. So we have conceded a corner, and we're having some difficulty. Now, we just beat Juventus in the league, like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 games ago. Lev Yashin jumps up and catches that corner before it does any damage. We know that we can beat them, so we should be playing better than this. We have a lot of 6.5 performances I can see, and that's a problem. Carlos Alberto throws into nobody in particular. And yeah, it's a problem with team cohesion and our lack of it, and that's the reason why they have the ball. That's Best with the interception, passes back to Figueroa. Figueroa over to Pele. Oh, what a pass to Edwards, and boy, the The keeper manages to block that, but look at this pass from Pele. So it's Figueroa who passes it forward to him. Pele goes one way and passes with the back of his foot to the other side and finds the man wide open, and unfortunately the shot just doesn't go in. So there are some welcoming signs, but we need some change here. We have some players who are just not trying very hard, and I'm especially looking in the back and saying, what do we need to do? And so I think both Figueroa and who was the other one, Ronnie Edwards, need to come off. Yeah, we'll put Martinez back on, and I'm taking a look forward to see if there's anybody else that is in trouble, but not so much for the moment. So, okay, we'll keep it at that, and let's see if we can go back and win. There are times where this Manchester United team looks absolutely brilliant, and then there are other times where we look like we're at hopeless case. Now, we are ahead in the league by about 11 points going into the second round of league play, in which there's only 15 matches, which is very, very good. That's where we want to be. Pele gets the ball from Carlos Alberto over to Tresor, back to Alberto. So I think we're good for the moment, but you worry about these Champions League matches because we do need money. Carlos Alberto from Law over to Tresor to Pogba, back to Law. Here you go, and it's forward to Pele. And how did that keeper stop that one? So we're still down 1-0 after all that. Messi here with the corner, and it goes up, and the game starts to glitch out as usual, and Carlos Alberto ends up grabbing it. So not much happened after that corner, which is unfortunate. Look at this again. Law was in a perfect position, saw Pele, made the pass, and it's just amazing that the keeper blocks that. He blocks that with his face. So we're doing all right here. We're getting chances, which is the important part. Messi taking this corner again, and is lumped up and forward, and nobody can get to it. De Vici does finally, over to Messi again, who has put himself in a good position, tries to sneak a little goal and doesn't quite work. Carlos Alberto now with a shot from range, and their keeper has made another good save. So we are in trouble. We want to win this match. We don't want to draw. Martinez almost gets himself sent off. Best, back to Martinez, over to Edwards. De Vici over to Pogba. That's a poor first touch from Pogba. He's a big part of the problem, I would argue. In fact, I think that the Pogba experiment today has run its course. That was not good. That's not what we want to see. So we'll put Eriksen out there. Christian Eriksen, one of the players I'm actually kind of hoping to get rid of because he's worth a lot of money. And I have a feeling that we can get a player who's just as good as a declining 30-year-old if we look on the market. But we'll see what we can do. For the moment, what we need to do is win this match. Because, that was very, very close. Because if we give up another goal and we lose, then we're really in trouble, and then we really have our work cut out for us. It's going to be Carlos Alberto here again, over to Eriksen, down to Edwards. Edwards to Best. Best lumps this forward for Pele, who's behind the defense, and he misses. How does he miss that shot? I guess it was deflected somehow by somebody. I didn't see it. No, we're keeping Tresor on. Assistant manager, you can go away. We're not going to make any stupid changes. We're going to do what we need to do. Eriksen over to Messi, who almost gets his first goal for us, and it requires a good save from the keeper. So we have a good top three. I would argue, though, that we'd probably be better off, and maybe I should make the change to put Maradona on. I think that would give us a little bit more of the sort of movement forward that we're missing. So let's see if that'll help. We've made, 1, 2, 3 changes. We'll take Law off. He hasn't been doing much. Pele's had a bad game, but we keep Pele on because it's Pele. Let's see if this helps us out just a little bit. Pele sometimes has these, and it's been kind of strange here in this save. He has some matches where I start really wondering if he was worth the insane amount of money that we're paying for him, and that's the sort of universe we're in. In case you haven't been watching this, kind of the goal here is to play maybe 2-3 seasons and see what we can do before we get put into administration. Pele with the ball now, runs past everybody over to Martinez, to Best, back to Pele. Pele really feeling it, back to Best. What a pass, back foot, back heel. Best loses it, wins it back again. Don't know what he's doing, going the wrong way. Here's De Vici over to Messi, forward to Maradona, and that forces a really odd save there by the keeper, and that looks a little bit more like it, just as I expected. Having Messi, Maradona, and Pele on at the same time seems to be the magic formula. We're looking a lot better going forward with just that one addition. And Maradona here, really, I see what happened there, and I'm not sure how the keeper was able to see that one was about to go in right above his head. We're still down 1-0, and we only have 10 minutes left. We need some sort of shout. We probably need some encouragement is probably what it's going to take from here on out. Messi's looking really, really tired, and I'm worried that I'm probably going to break him here before we've even taken him out of the box. Here's best forward to Carlos Alberto. A lot of burst of speed. Alberto loses it, wins it again over to Messi, who was offside, waits, he comes back onside. Edwards with the shot, and it's a good save by their keeper, unfortunately. And so we just can't quite seem to get one over the line. And Pele is having a poor match, as I said. And I mean, do we stick with him this late? What do we do? It's Maradona who knocks this one back, but that's not going to do anything for us. We need to get this ball back. Here's Alberto with it over to Eriksson, down to Best. Best moves us up left side, and then forward to Messi. Here you go. Over to Maradona, and there it is. There's the equalizer. That makes it 1-1, and that's at least something. So maybe we win something out of this. We get a point. And I mean, 1-1's okay. I could use a second goal. If we could win this match, I would be much, much happier. Even if it's only a 2-1 margin of victory, 2-1 would be nice because you get money for winning. We need money. So let's go out there and win. Let's get this second goal quickly. And Maradona, of course, the super sub coming on. And now the encouragement comes on. 4 minutes of injury time, probably a little bit more after the celebration after that goal. And so the question is, so you're saying there's a chance, and it's Trezor with that good block, just standing right in the best place. Talk about hand of God. That was the head of God. Here's Alberto throwing that one, or passing it with his foot, rather, down the pitch. That's the end of that highlight. Pele to Martinez to Eriksson, back to Best. And here's George Best, who's been creating everything today. Best, back to Martinez. Martinez forward, Eriksson and Edwards together, and it's Messi over to Pele, and that doesn't look like Pele, does it? That looked pretty poor, and it looked like he was a little bit harassed by the players around him. Carlos Alberto heads that over to Edwards, can't quite get it to him, and boy, that was poor from the defender, who didn't know if he was coming or going, and then De Vici has to knock that out for a corner. So here comes the Juventus corner. 1-1 still the score. A couple of minutes left here, and that's all we've got. And we were able to head this one out, fortunately. Let's see if we can get the ball back. And we're running hard. We're doing all the work, but we're not getting a lot of the reward for the hard work, and that is out for another corner. So, yeah, we need to be a little bit better in defense here, and I'm kind of worried that we're going to get knocked out of the Champions League at this round. I have to worry about my job as well, right? You know, if I lose my job in this save, guess what? There's no coming back. I'm going to just end the save, and we'll have to figure something else out. So let's see if we can keep this game going a little bit longer, and fortunately for us, that is out for another corner. And man, we have really been under a lot of pressure here, and we can't seem to get the energy and pep in us to get this ball back. I keep asking myself if I did the right thing by going to get Messi instead of getting another defender. I think that we do have good defenders, though they're young and they're inexperienced, and I think that's what the problem is. Here's Sivori with the corner for Juventus, and he's waiting for that time to run out. Carlos Alberto gets a head on it, and that prevents that from being a goal, which is nice, but we still need to play defense, and that's the end. Boy, that's kind of an early end to the match. I'm not sure that it was a full 94 minutes. We had a 2.48 XG. We should have dominated. We really should have won this match. We didn't have much of the possession, however, and it's a 1-1 draw. So we'll see how that works. Maradona saves the day, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.